Hello, gorgeous people. It has been a while. I haven't posted on YouTube in forever, and I'm trying to get back into it. So I decided, in the light of my 20th birthday coming up in 2 weeks, 2 decades, I know, it's kind of insane, that I would do 20 things that I wish someone would have said to me at 16, or 20 things that I would tell my 16-year-old self. Year 19 was probably the second hardest year of my life. When I was 16, that was, I think, the hardest year of my life. With being 19, honestly, I saw similar struggles that I had when I was 16, just posed in a different and more mature light. So I think a lot of the things that I struggled with and a lot of things that I learned this year are very relevant to my 16-year-old self. So if you were 16, or you were 20, or you were 30, these are words of advice of things that I have learned. These are affirmations and things that I still honestly tell myself now. Okay, this is a weird side note. I'm finding myself stopping a lot while I'm recording this because I'm scared I'm going to say something stupid. And literally one of the things I have in here is related to voice and confidence. So here are my words of advice. You can take them, you can leave them. I hope they help you. I think 16 was just hard in general because it's like you're a teenager and you're getting at the brink of where you're starting to really be in more tune with yourself and figuring out what you want and what you like. At least for me, it was that major time period where I realized I really saw the differences between me and other people. And it wasn't just small differences like I like this color, she liked this color, or she thinks this, she thinks that. It was more fundamental beliefs and more fundamental behaviors and morals. And it was a period of time where I really felt like I wasn't like a lot of the people I was surrounding myself with. And I was very lucky at the time. I had a very good group of people. I honestly think my 16th birthday was my favorite birthday so far, just because of my relationship with those people at that time. Not that some of them are any different. It's just, it was the first time in a very long time that I had been surrounded by very, very good people who were there for me. They were just happy to be with me. But it went quite crazy pretty quickly. I have everything on my laptop. So these are all the things that I would say to 16-year-old Gracie as an almost 20-year-old version of her. Number 1, you're doing amazing just as you are. I always wanted to do more. I never felt like I was doing enough. And I think a huge part of that was my external environment, where I had all these constant pressures to be better, to be doing more, and to put so much on my plate that my back would break. And I thought that was productivity. And I honestly still struggle with today with feeling that I'm not as productive unless I have 5 million things on my plate, unless I impress myself. Number 2, everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. That can be a good thing and that can be a bad thing. The con to it is a really good moment, it's not going to last. But also the pro is that a really bad moment, that's not going to last either. This has really helped me out of the really bad times, knowing that something good is bound to happen, whether it's small, whether it's big. And when those really good moments happen, like I'm really finding with me studying abroad right now and really doing the things that I had dreamed of. And with this very monumental period of my life, and I'm currently studying abroad in London, I'm leaving. And this moment is going to be over. And this beautiful time that I've had with all these beautiful people, it's going to be gone soon. So I need to really treasure and cherish all of the time that I have now with them. Number 3, life can either happen to you or it can happen from you. I say this because I had a lot of really bad things happen to me when I was 16 and honestly just throughout high school. And it put me into this, I don't want to say victim mindset because it wasn't entirely victim mindset. It was just, I felt that all was lost. And I felt like all of these things were supposed to happen to me and meant to happen to me. And life basically had me at a chokehold. It's hard when things are very out of control to feel like that you have control. This is the reminder that you do and that you can ground yourself. And although things may be really awful right now, you can do things to make you feel better, but that is your choice. And I will say life is so much better when you actively make the choice and not sit there and allow it to throw itself at you. I think when you're really experiencing life as it is and really putting your heart and soul into living in it, it transforms you. And of course, I was someone who struggled a lot mentally. So it was very, very, very hard to just not feel like I was surviving constantly and in fight or flight, because I was always in fight or flight. But even in the small moments, life can be happening through you. Life's happening through you through all your relationships and all of your friendships that you have with people. To be able to romanticize life in very little ways can make a huge difference just in the way you grow and the way you experience everything. Number 4, your worth is not equivalent to your perfections. And I think this also goes down the line that your worth is not depicted by how impressive you are. I think that's something that I still struggle with, and it's something that I actually had talked to a friend about, where I don't feel like I'm worth anything if I don't see myself as impressive. And if I'm in this hole of, I'm not worried about other people's perceptions, but I am, if people are going, I don't know why I just want to appear impressive, but that's not the message that I want to give out to people. I don't want to be impressive in a way that makes people feel bad. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out within myself. I sometimes feel so at odds with myself, because I'm like, am I really trying to impress myself, or am I trying to impress other people? My people are always going to be impressed with me, no matter what I do. But I'm not always impressed with me. I don't know. That's something I'm still trying to work through. Number 5, you're a lot smarter than you think you are. You're so much smarter than you think you are. And to go with that, number 6, people's lack of understanding towards you is not a reflection of your intelligence, but rather their intelligence. I'm not saying people are dumb for not understanding you. I'm just saying it's a reflection of them, not you. And when it comes to fitting in, that's not a reflection of you. That's a reflection of them. I think this also, I'm kind of clumping 5, 6, and 7 together, because my 7th one is that happy people don't bring down other people. Happy people are worried about keeping themselves happy and encouraging other people to be happy. As humans, we want to connect. We thrive off of connection, and when someone is truly thriving, that's all they want is positive connection. So high school sucks, because all it is a bunch of it's a melting pot of insecurities, and people are just brutally mean to each other. And I haven't had my finest moments in high school. I haven't even had my finest moments in college. But whenever I haven't had my finest moments, it's because of insecurities. And insecure people are not happy people, and they're not people that you want to surround yourself with. And this goes with number 8. Having no friends is better than having fake friends. I promise you. This is something my friends still struggle with. I think this is something that I found out at a very, very early age, because I was bullied a lot in school and made fun of a lot for just embracing who I was and doing what I loved. And I found, especially even my first year of college, when I was just being harassed constantly, there is so much peace with being alone in yourself and growing with yourself. I think when you're alone with yourself for a long period of time, you can either choose to be lonely and continue to bring yourself down, or you can be productive and start bringing yourself up and training your brain and rewiring it a different way. And I think that's really what I did this year, was I completely rewired my brain so that I like myself. I love spending time with myself. I can be alone for extended periods of time. I love to solo travel. It's important to know that if you fear not having friends, you fear being alone with yourself, and you fear what might come up. But I think it's important to address that. It's so hard, and it takes a lot of courage, but it's something I think anyone can do, and it'll change your life for the better. And I think what goes with that, number 9, it's cool to hang out with yourself. There is just this major connotation when you're a teenager that being a loner, and being alone, means that you're a loser. And I think the people that are the most emotionally in tune with themselves and know themselves the best have spent the most alone time, and I think they're the coolest people ever, because it's like, you know yourself so well, and when it comes to knowing yourself well, you have this brand new understanding of everybody else, because you know how you feel, you know the roots of how you feel, and I hate to say it, you're not unique. Your feelings are not unique. Everybody else feels very similarly, so you're able to honestly understand people better. And I honestly see it as like a superpower that I have now. I can see insecurities within the first person meeting someone, and I can tell whether or not they're going to be a good friend. And I think also with that, your intuition becomes stronger. And your discernment, especially as a woman, a great thing to have. Number 10, how people treat you, it does not define you. However, your actions do define you. It's one of those things where it's like, you can't control them, but you can control you. And whether or not someone is nasty to you and you choose to either separate yourself or you choose to cuss them out. Either way, it's your choice, but that choice does define you and it makes you who you are. It can be something that's hard, but it becomes easier to control yourself when you know yourself more. So it goes hand in hand, I think, with spending time alone. I think honestly, any of these go hand in hand with spending time alone. Also with that, number 11, you are the love that you give, not the love that you receive. And it's the same thing, I think, when people really, with the principle of people understanding you, the love that people give you is a reflection of them, not you. The love that you give is a reflection of you because it is coming from you. I think your love can be reflected back to you in a way. However, your love can be very influential, but at the end of the day, how people are treating you, they're using their autonomy to do that. They're using their brain processes. It has nothing to do with you. And with that, number 12, you are allowed to make mistakes. You can make mistakes. It's perfectly normal to make mistakes. But take accountability. This goes into number 13. Accountability does not mean over punishing yourself and beating yourself up over and over and over again about something. Accountability means focusing on growth. So approaching the same situation, but doing it better and responding better and allowing yourself to become a better person because of this mistake. And I think that goes a lot with regrets. I don't particularly regret anything. I think that's something that I even adopted when I was 16 because every mistake that I made, it's an opportunity for growth. And although I may regret hurting somebody, that's the last thing I want to do is hurt anyone. I don't regret things that happened because I am the way I am because of it. I like who I am now, and I think a lot of things in my life had to happen for me to turn out the way that I am. And my mistakes are one of them. Number 14, starting over does not mean you're a failure. It means you have a field of opportunities ahead of you. And I think this also goes just with having a positive mindset. Hold on. I'm going to open these blinds because it's getting really shady now and my camera settings are really not it. So hopefully that's better. Starting over is vital. Ultimately, you start new chapters of your life all of the time. You have new schools that you go to, new friendships are can be considered new chapters of your life, including relationships. Having a positive mindset is so important about things. The happier, I think, the more positive you are, the more positive things come into your life. And I think that is a huge part of the fact that life's coming from you, not at you. I had to adjust the blinds again because it's getting so dark because the sun's starting to go down. Anyways, I forget where I was at. I'm just going to go to number 15. This one's a good one. I know you might be scared, but enter the room anyway. And when you enter rooms, enter it right. I am someone who is extremely bubbly, extremely chalant. There is not a nonchalant bone in my body. And I think people who truly enter the rooms themselves and are just vibrantly authentic, I think they get the most out of the room. It comes with imposter syndrome, and I think especially this year, 19, has been a huge step for my career goals. Huge step. Created my own business. Started leading my own business meetings, which is something that, oh my god, 16-year-old me would have been scared shitless. Even if you had talked to me when I turned 19, I would have been scared shitless. Sometimes I am still scared shitless when I'm literally hosting my own sales calls, but I do it anyway. And it's expanded my whole world of possibilities. It has allowed me to fund my own travel. It has allowed me to gain connections from people all over the world in different lives, on different life paths. It's incredible. It's completely changed my life. And I still get very fearful, and I really, really try hard for it to like not prevent me from seizing opportunities. But I do have to remind myself quite a bit that, hey, it's okay to be scared. It means you care. It means you're invested. It is better to say that I tried than saying I wish, I wish, I wish, and never doing it. And that goes with number 16. The coolest people aren't scared to express themselves. Literally the coolest people I've ever met have made me more confident in who I am. People who are authentically and so vibrantly themselves are so magnetic. I just think they're so cool, and I want to be that. People will say their shit. I will tell you, jealous people hate confidence. They hate confidence because they're not confident in themselves. And that's why you need to literally block it out if someone ever questions your confidence. Because a confident person is not going to question your confidence because they're confident in themselves and they want you to be more confident in yourselves. It goes hand in hand with happy people make other people happy. They don't focus on tearing other people down or spawning new insecurities. That's what insecure and unhappy people do. Don't become that person, and don't surround yourself with that person. You are who you hang out with, which I should have included here, but that is also very important. You are who you hang out with. It is literally scientifically proven that the people that you hang around have an effect on your neuroplasticity. And basically what happens is that your brains become similar. You guys have similar neural patterns, neural pathways, and you essentially learn to think the same, talk the same, do the same. And that's why it's so important to surround yourself with people who you aspire to be and you love and who love you, because those are the people that you eventually turn into. Something I should have put on my list, but I did not. Very important. Number 18, you cannot make a wrong decision. You'll always end up right where you're meant to be. I don't know why I firmly believe this. I think it's because I've developed a lot of trust in myself. I know that I will end up wherever I need to be because I believe in myself and I trust my actions. I have really focused, especially this year, on not betraying myself and treating myself like one of my best friends. Because once you establish that relationship with yourself, I get mad, honestly, at myself, and I don't treat myself with justice. And when I don't give myself enough grace. Number 19, you have no clue the power that your voice holds. I don't realize how powerful my voice is until I hurt someone. And that's something that's really hard. I think this goes with confidence and being confident in saying what you mean and believing what you mean and not being worried about the fact that people may disagree with you. But I made it a mission to really, really be more confident in the things that I say, my voice and my beliefs and my morals, because don't have a clue. Number one, this came a lot with me working in sales and working with CEOs, because if you know anything about most male CEOs, it's that if you say something as a young woman with the slightest bit of unsureness, or if you say things in a lighter, softer tone, they will literally pick it apart, and especially in business, when money is being handled, they will deem your worth based off of that. I really learned to speak with authority and with confidence, because if I don't do that, then I won't get a sale. But people view confident people as having more authority when they speak. You're powerful. And I think it's important that young women know that they're powerful and that their voices are powerful. Although there are very unfortunate things going on in the world, and it is very easy to feel small and sort of useless, voices can change lives. They can. And lastly, we have number 20. Knowing the future ruins the present. If you knew every moment that was going to happen in your life, would you truly live in it? Probably not. But if I could tell my 16-year-old self anything about her future, I would say that she's going to be okay, and she's going to make it out of all of the hardships that she's currently experiencing. And she's going to go off and do everything she's dreamed of and thrive. I'm very thankful I can say that with confidence, because I am doing it. And of course I'm thankful that I have the resources to be able to do that. But it's important to know that time is very special. Every moment only happens once. Once you realize how valuable time is. You start to live your life differently. And things that once meant something to you don't mean much anymore. And time is the one thing you can never get back. I think one of the greatest gifts you can give someone is being present with them in the moment. And really spending that quality time has always been something that's been very meaningful to me, because that's something that you can't get back. To me, when I do that, that's me telling someone, hey, you are worth my time. You are worth my sacrifice. You're worth it. And I love you. And I guess I'm taking my time to film this video. And that's, in a way, me saying to everybody who has ever supported me and watched me and continued to root for me, I love you. Even my supporters on here who have followed me since I think my freshman year of high school on this channel, which some of the videos are taken down because some of them are really bad. Thank you for staying here, and thank you for watching me grow into a person. And I will continue posting what I can to help you make it out, to distract you from losses. I will always be there. And I need to keep posting. Anyways, that's 20 things that I would have told my 16-year-old self. I could talk to her now. Here's to 20, 2 decades. It's kind of crazy. I love you all. Please be kind to yourself, and please be kind to others. Bye now.